And good afternoon. This is your friendly neighborhood Tironan. And today we're going to be taking out the IL-10 because I find it mindless fun and because I have a couple of announcements to make. And so this isn't really so much about the IL-10 as talking about things we're going to be doing with the channel. So let's get to the upgrades first. You notice that I now have the dreaded 57mm N-57W cannon on this, so we now have cannons that can actually do something, and that comes on top of the bombs, rockets, and all that other stuff. So we're closing in on wrapping this thing up with the full upgrade, which will be the airframe and the engine upgrade with the mighty whatever it is. Here we go. Okay, so with the airframe you get another 150, which will bring this thing up to almost 2,000 hit points. Not minor. The engine upgrade will bring it up to an amazing 320 miles an hour. So, yeah. But we will have a final video on that, and we are going to proceed to battle. You've seen me fly this thing often enough that I don't need to go that much into it, and I want to talk about other things. And this dead time is a perfect time to talk about it. We've had a very positive reaction to the armored warfare videos and a lot of positive comments, so we are going to give this a trial run. And so expect to be seeing armored warfare content coming on this channel on a regular basis for the next 7 to 10 days while we try it out and see what kind of reception we get, and if it's just as a flash in the pan or it's something you guys really want to look at and see. So far I've played the game grand total of 2 hours. I'm still learning the game, and if you guys want to bear with me, you'll get a chance to learn as I learn. That's the whole idea behind this. I'm an absolute noob where it's concerned, and that's lovely, and it gives us a chance to kind of start off together. Let's talk about the next thing, and this is a little darker matter, and 99.999% of you are not involved, but it is, I'm putting it out there so everybody knows. It probably is no mystery to anybody that's been on the internet that you get a certain species of human being out there, and I use that term loosely, that seems to live to start fights and make ugly comments and looks for any excuse to do so. And they're looking for platforms to vent their hate on and to just get flat ugly about. In this case, this particular troll showed up on my chat box, accused me of being proud of the fact that Nagasaki and Hiroshima were bombed. Folks, somewhere between 140 and 250,000 people died. If you think that I'm proud of this, go get your head examined. I report history. I sure don't make it, and I'm sure not interested in promoting that kind of garbage. But this guy chose to interpret it that way because it was a chance to be ugly. Okay, well, that's lovely as far as it goes. You know, who cares, right? Then he proceeded to make other comments beyond that, and that's lovely too, but who cares? The result of that was that he is no longer welcome on the channel. His ugly comments have been deleted, and that is the way that I will handle all internet trolls. And if you have a problem with it, I hate to say it, it's the only time I'm ever going to say something this ugly. Take your ass somewhere else. Okay? We're not going to provide a platform for people to get ugly to me or to other users. I just absolutely refused to participate in that kind of stuff for obvious reasons. And if you don't get it, I'm sorry. But don't come on this channel looking if you have a political axe to grind, or you don't like Americans, or you don't like the certain nationalities, or whatever the case may be. That's simply not what we are here for. We're here to talk about wargaming and video games and performance of aircraft, and the whole idea is to be fun. You've heard me say it before, there's no such thing as a good war, and I will stand to it to the day that I die. You may be happy that your country won a war, or there may have been outstanding reasons why it felt like it had to go to war. Okay, and I agree. Sometimes it seems that reluctantly it's the only answer, and it's unfortunate when that isn't the case. It's a fact. I don't think that Great Britain had a whole lot of choice whether it went to war. I don't think that the U.S. had a whole lot of choice when it went to war in World War II. But if you mean that you're supposed to celebrate it or love it or think that something's great about it, boy, are you barking up the wrong channel here. I am, however, a firm believer in those that do not learn about history are very much doomed to repeat it. Okay? It's simple and straightforward as that. People can like it, dislike it, but I believe very much that's the case. And if you want to come on my channel and start making ugly comments and running down people, I will delete your comments, and you're not welcome here anymore. I hope I'm clear. It's not a debating society. All right, I'm glad we got that cleared up, and I don't ever expect to repeat it. Like I said, none of my customers have ever, and viewers and subscribers have ever brought that up. This guy just wandered in out of the black and thought he'd use our, and it's very much to me a family. I don't think it's, I don't think of this as so much of a channel as a gathering of friends, and love talking with all of you. But I'm going to state that as a policy so everybody understands it right up front. Don't have a whole lot of use for it. Okay, so moving on with this thing, we're going to finish upgrading this and look forward to Armored Warfare videos. Starting new videos will be coming out as of tomorrow. I've got to actually grind a couple out. And let me know what you think. Is this something that you want to continue with? Is this something you find extremely boring? Do you want me to just continue with this game alone? Let me know. But so far the comments have been very popular, and we want to continue that and take care of our customers. It's been like a rough game here this afternoon. It seems like every time I get into a game, I might do my bit, but that's it's kind of been the way, but we seem to lose. I keep coming up as number one on the losing side. That's a little weird. But these things seem to go along. These kind of weird patterns. I never have figured out why you get on a losing streak and you can't seem to break it, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and you can't seem to lose no matter what you do. Very strange. All right, made a little progress here. Oh boy. Well, that is one aircraft you just do not want to run across. And luckily he rammed me, because if he'd used his guns, he would have torn me to pieces. That 7W J7W1 is one mean aircraft. I don't care who you talk to. And if I came across overly harsh, please understand that 99, this is one individual. I just figured, yeah, might as well address it. I'm putting it out there in public, and I'm sure that every content provider on the face of the planet has faced something very similar. It's unfortunate, but anybody is welcome to look at the videos. But it's just something I didn't really want to deal with. I didn't see any reason for it. Uh, what the heck is that about? And apparently, from what I can gather, he doesn't like Americans much, and he wants to make sure that me and all my viewers know it, and how he needs to be hateful to me and other people in this game. And that's unfortunate. There's just no need for that. Cooper Michael got me after all, after he killed himself by suiciding against my front end, I guess. I think he's got about 3 hit points left from what I can see. So anyway, that's enough of that. If it comes up, that's how it'll be dealt with. I don't want anybody coming to my defense or anything like that, because it's the thing about trolls is they want to see their thing in print, and they want to make their point on the widest scale as they can, and all they're going to get is looking at a blank when I delete their comments from the page, and they will find that they're no longer welcome here at all. And that seems to me the best and fairest way to put it. So the rules are, as long as it's game related, or you want to talk about the history and say, hey, because there's no such thing as a perfect man, there's no such thing as a perfect historian, there's no such thing as perfect information. Not that I know of. And if you doubt my facts, hey, I'll tell you where I got the sources at. You want to say, hey, but this guy says this. That's a discussion I'd love to have. Just keep it professional and keep it polite. Like I said, I don't even mind being told off, but do it respectfully. When you start cussing on my channel, I don't have a whole lot of use for that. And perhaps you can understand. This is meant to be a family channel. Okay? And if you got a racist or nationalist view, and, heck, we're not here for that. This is about World of War gaming, World of Modern Armor, whatever games we end up showing. That's what the game's supposed to be about. Okay? It's what it's got to be about. It can't be about, I hate you and, that sort of stuff. I just don't have a whole lot of use for it. And you can understand why. This is meant to be fun. This is meant to be friendly. This is meant to be family friendly. And the more I got to thinking about it, the more it got under my skin, and I thought, this is ridiculous. So that's the policy. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to discuss them with you, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to go ahead and publish this immediately. Obviously, I am not terribly concerned about the whether I win or lost in this case. Though I will say we did almost 50,000 points in ground damage, destroyed 6 targets, so we did our job there. Go ahead and throw to the summary here. And it just goes on to validate, I'm sorry, I cut that off early, didn't I? To validate just what a powerful aircraft the IL-20 is and what a joy it is to use as a ground attack aircraft. And there we go. So we did pretty darn well. And U.S. PR, whoever that is, did a heck of a job on his side. And so Shooter did very well from Raw. I know that group too. Real nice guild. All right, guys, if you have any questions about it or the rules of the YouTube channel, we'll eventually be setting up a web page on this. We'll eventually set up Patreon so that people who want to donate can donate. It's never a requirement, by the way. When I do set that up, everything's set up. I just haven't put it on or put it up yet. I had some concerns when Patreon came up with this wonderful new scheme where they get a lot of money and start charging users back for their service back to essentially charging them $1.35 for making a $1 donation. And I thought, so I put the plans on hold. They issued a retraction and said they'd never do that again, and I hope that's the case. But I've been very reluctant to put them up since that came up. It seems like it's very much the U.S. industrial model, and I've been studying on the U.S. Industrial Revolution. And guys like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller, and they had their dark sides too, please understand. But their idea of a business model is make it better, make it faster, make it cheaper, and pass the savings along to the public so you get more market share. Today's model is you buy something out and you find more ways to charge the public and deliver absolutely nothing extra. And that's what I saw the Patreon grab as. If you want to see what the controversy is about, look at Patreon on YouTube. Just type it up and you'll see what it was. So I am going to wait on that for a little bit longer, make sure that that model is in fact stable, that they keep their word before I put my customers up and my viewers and my subscribers and anybody that wants to use that service, that they don't pull that kind of crap again. I was extremely disturbed. So we'll see how that works out. So that will give you some ideas of things we are going to do with the channel. Look forward to a web page where we can have discussions. Same rules are going to apply. You want to get off content and you want to start talking about blasting people, and you'll be that individual will be dealt with accordingly. Don't have to do that, and I'm not going to. There's a lot of trolls out there, and they just flat are toxic, and they're looking at some platform to vent their spleen, but they're not going to use my channel to do it. All right, folks. Listen, I do appreciate you spending some time listening to me rant, and feel free to express yourself if you have any concerns about it. I want to address those as well. Y'all have a great day, and we'll remember to like the video if you like the video, and to, if you dislike it, feel free to thumbs down. Just tell me why, so I got something to work with here. But so that's what I'm saying, because I can't improve it if I don't know what you want. All right. In the meantime, have a great day. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.